Trying the deepest Hourglass palette on my light neutral skin. With this being the deepest palette, this by all means should look crazy on me. I'm gonna adjust some things, but we can get it to work. Don't forget to use it as eyeshadow. This is the finishing powder and it makes a great crease color. Using the bronzer to deepen up the crease even more. And the highlight all over the lid. This will not work as a highlight on my face at all. So this is how I'm getting my use out of this Solar Glow shade. Very pretty. For bronzer, I'm gonna use the finishing powder instead. Their finishing powders are more sheer, so it's a lot easier to work out than a bronzer that's just not meant for my skin tone. And it doesn't look too bad, right? Now I could use the actual bronzer just to chisel out my cheeks and sharpen these cheekbone shadows. Ideally, we'd use something more cool tone for this step, but in a pinch, that's a good way to utilize bronze fusion. I'll show you the two newest blushes. So important, find a brush with zero density because these are very pigmented. Let me show you Canyon Heat. So light-handed, please. But this gives such a pretty toasted look. And with a light hand, it really is workable for this really toasty, pretty look. Now, I'm not gonna use this as a highlighter, but I will mix it into Canyon Heat blush right on top for a golden glow. Put a little bit more of Canyon Heat over top to tame down the shine. And it's a warm golden blush. I'll show you Amethyst Haze, but you have to be so careful with this. If you're light like me, it's just a little harder to blend out because there's so much pigment. But with some patience, or even potentially mixing it with a finishing powder from a different palette, you can get it to work, but it's a bit risky. If you go in a little extra heavy-handed or use too dense of a brush, it will be a patchy mess. But with some adjustments, for this being the deepest palette, not too shabby, right? It is workable, but the other palettes are much easier to work with on my skin tone, obviously.